All right, YouTube, y'all seen the title. I don't even know what the title is, but I'm going to also title it, Do Not Watch This Video. For those who get offended easily, for those who are not the type to listen and hear somebody out and just jump to conclusion and say this person is saying this and this person is saying that. I'm going to say what I'm not saying before I say what I got to say. All right? Should you cut meat from your diet to lose weight? And my answer, in my opinion, is no. And I'm going to give you the reasons why after I tell you a few things that people are going to hit me with. I know what you're going to come with. A lot of people who are going vegan these days are saying, oh, the gorilla is the strongest animal in the jungle. He's not. He's not the strongest animal in the jungle. He's stuck on a mountain because he's scared of leopards. He come down off that mountain, he's going to, you know what I'm saying? But they eat fruits and vegetables, and that's all they eat. Also incorrect. I know about animals, all right? You see my last few videos, me and my son, I've been reading about animals since I was a kid, before YouTube ever existed, before we had Google and all this stuff. So I'm 40 years old, and I've been reading about animals ever since I could read. All my brothers and sisters was reading Amelia Bedelia and Dr. Seuss and whatever. I was reading zoo books. My mom bought me zoo books. We ain't had no money. She gave me a subscription to zoo books because she seen I wasn't gonna read anything else. All right, so I've been reading about animals since a toddler. All right, what is it? Since I was a toddler. Yo, but no, that's X that. They do not only eat fruits and vegetables. They also eat snails, ants, larvae, flies, all kind of bugs. All right, so they get different protein, not just plant protein. All right. I'm not saying don't go vegan, all right? I understand the animal cruelty aspect of it, but we're speaking on the fitness and the weight loss aspect of it. That's all we're speaking on. We're only speaking on the fitness and weight loss aspect of cutting out meat. Meat does not make you fat, all right? When you cut out meat, it's not impossible to get your protein on a vegan diet. It's not. It's not impossible. There are high protein plants. But those plants does not have the necessary aminos. A lot of people, a lot of guys get, and women too, your hormones get out of balance. A lot of guys, their testosterone tanks. It goes to the toilet, all right? And you know, you need that testosterone to build muscle, to have sustainability and a lot of things in your body. But the thing is also, a lot of people, they say things like, bring up a lot of health problems that come with people that fix some of their health problems because they went vegan. They talk about the fats and this and that. A lot of people are just preparing their meat wrong. At the end of the day, you're frying your food. You lost weight because you stopped eating meat because you was eating fried food. Do you know how many calories per gram that oil adds to your food? 9 calories per gram. 9 calories per gram. Right? When it comes to protein, animals have the most complete protein, all right? I don't think that we just supposed to eat plants and vegetables. If that's what you believe, that's what you believe. We don't have fangs. We can't do this. We can't run. We can't run as fast as a tiger or a lion, and we don't got the power to pounce on something and just bite it or whatever. But guess what we do got? We got brains. We got bow and arrows. We got spears. We are man. We run the earth. God put us on the earth to run the earth. A lot of people compare us to monkeys and apes and this and that and the third. Fresh and fit. But that ain't what I'm speaking on. That ain't what I'm talking about at all. I'm talking about people who compare us to apes and monkeys, scientists who have lied to you, this and that and the third. Maybe there's DNA, maybe there's similarities. If we evolved from apes, why are there still apes? Why are there still apes? Should they not be here anymore? Should there not be any gorillas? Should there not be any chimpanzees? Should there not be any orangutans or anything like that? All right, and if you want to speak on gorillas not eating meat, we're going to talk about the chimpanzee. The chimpanzee shares 99.9% of DNA with us, right? I believe we came from Adam and Eve, right? God made Adam, then God made Eve, and then the rest of us came later on. millions and billions of years ago. I don't know exactly how it happened, but that's how it happened, right? So you can't serve two masters, all right? So what I'm trying to say is this: chimpanzees are closer related to us. I see the similarities. They're closer related to us. I'm not saying I don't see the similarities for those who are going to say this and those who are going to say that. I see the similarities. But I'm going to hit you with that. I'm going to hit you with this after I hit you with this. Watch this. Watch this. Chimps eat meat. Chimps are closer related to us than gorillas. And chimps eat meat. Do your research. See, that's the problem. Beginners are easy to fool. It's easy to fool a beginner because they hear something that sounds good and they run with it. And that's no disrespect, because when I was a beginner, I heard things that sound good and I ran with it, all right? And where am I getting all this from? All right, I had a conversation, right? A little back and forth with a friend. He's a friend. So shout out to Baki, Just Fly. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Just Fly. So we had a friendly debate. He posted, I started it. I finished it, and I went in on him. You know what I'm saying? What was it? He said something about I'm gonna go on my such and such fruit fast or whatever. And you know, people, we don't watch each other, and it's like this. You can tell people about your channel. It doesn't matter how long you knew somebody. I got family members that got blood running through, like immediate family members that will not watch my channel. He didn't ask for advice, but I got people who personally will ask me for advice. People that I know, that I see every day nowadays, everything, they ask me for advice. I tell them I made a video about it. They don't want to watch it. So I think a long time ago, I've told everybody about my channel. So I'm pretty sure I probably told him about my channel. I don't remember. I think I did. But I said something about I ain't gonna lie, I be feeling salty about it a little bit. Nobody will watch it. You wanna watch it? If you got a channel, I'll watch your channel. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'll be feeling a certain way. I don't be mad or nothing, but I be feeling a certain way, right? So just keeping it real. So he said something about going on a such and such fruit fast or whatever, and I was like, what? No protein? So I'm hitting him with the no protein synthesis and this and that and third. Y'all know me, I'm an expert, so I know these things. And we're going back and forth, and he's talking about gorillas, and then he's talking about he never said he's going in on meat. I didn't bring in meat, all right? I said you can get your protein in on the vegan diet if you know what you're doing. The only thing I'm telling you is to get protein in, because a lot of people go vegan and they don't even take in consideration their protein, right? So make sure if you do decide to go vegan, I'm not telling nobody not to go vegan, but for weight loss, it doesn't make sense. You know, I don't know. I'm gonna name a few things. I'm not gonna go in order, but I'm gonna name a few things. He's going in, I'm going in. All right, and I hit him with the name your top 10 athletes in any sport. I guarantee you 8 of them eat meat. Name your top 10. None of them, nobody goes into beast mode on vegan, man. Some people, yeah, you can name a few outliers. I mean, you can name a few outliers. What about this guy? What about this one guy? What about this one guy that you know of? What about the millions that eat meat? What about LeBron James? What about Jackie Joyner-Kersee? What about Usain Bolt? What about Phelps, Michael Phelps? What about Michael Jordan? What about Bruce Lee? What about Muhammad Ali? What about Mike Tyson? What about me? What about Reppin' Time Fitness? Look at what? Protein synthesis occurs. It will not occur. You will not maintain or gain any muscle if you're not getting the right amount of protein. And yes, you can do that on a vegan diet, but it is much harder. Meat is pretty much pure protein and fat, depending on what cut you have. Meat is pretty much pure protein, bro. All right? So, it's just harder, all right? Now, animal cruelty, I'm going to say that again. A lot of animals, I've seen videos, a lot of animals go through a lot of cruelty, right? It's terrible, you know? But then people be talking about, and I get that, but people be talking about process this and process that. Vegan diets usually be more processed than the meat diet. They process that food to taste like meat. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? They process that food to taste like meat, to mimic meat. You see it on the advertising. This tastes just like chicken. Thought we ain't supposed to eat chicken. Why you want it to taste like chicken? And chicken is so bad to eat, right? You know, and there's no disrespect. I'm just stating the facts. I'm just stating the facts. I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of it, man. I'm gonna school you on something, man. And gorillas are not the strongest animals in the pound for pound or overall. I had a debate with this one guy talking about what's the strongest animal in Africa on land. I was like, the elephant. The elephant is vegan and he doesn't eat meat, doesn't eat this and that and the third, right? I mean, a lot of these animals that does eat plants, they accidentally, you know how many bugs they're accidentally eating? They're eating all these plants. You think there's not bugs on these plants? He gonna hit me with bugs ain't animals. They're living, walking creatures with protein packed. You know what I'm saying? They're not. All right, if you're vegan, right? So let's say you want to get your protein, and this is okay. This is okay, but for 99.99% of y'all that's watching this video, you do not want to eat bugs. We all eat bugs, though. We do all eat bugs. If you eat bread, you eat bugs. When the grains are, we got to take it back to the, we always, when you're eating something, you got to take it to the origin. People, oh, the way you got to take it there, because it's actually facts. When the machine that people are driving to collect the grains into the thing, to go get crunched up and whatever, you know how many bugs, you think they're picking out all the billions of bugs that's in there? No. So when you're eating bread, you're eating grasshoppers, and you're probably eating snakes, you're probably eating all kinds of stuff. So we're eating a lot of things that we wouldn't look at and just, a roach. You probably wouldn't do that, but when you're eating, I'm not saying don't eat bread. I'm gonna eat bread for the rest of my life. I believe in eating balanced diet. I believe in eating from all food groups. I don't eat everything. I don't eat pork. I don't eat a few things. And it's not because of fitness. It's because of other things. You can ask me below. It's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. We're not supposed to eat pork. Look it up. A lot of people, I'm schooling you on stuff, man. And then people, and if you believe, a lot of people, it is in the Bible. I've heard what you said before, but this said this, and you can do this, and I heard this, and this, and that, and third. Cool. Do you? I'm going to do me. But guess what? At the end of the day, when we compare results, even though I don't eat pork just because of fitness, it has nothing to do with fitness. If it wasn't for what I believe that you shouldn't eat it, I will eat it, all right? So, whatever it is, you do you, I do me. And at the end of the day, let's come together and compare which way was better. Yeah, you could say genetics this and genetics that, da-da-da. He told me this. Right. Listen, he told me this. I'm going to tell you a few things as they come to me. He told me just because you've been working out for a long time does not make you an expert. No, that does not make me an expert. But yes, it does. How do you get how do you get good at anything? How do you become an expert at playing basketball or football, whatever? It comes from years of doing, all right? And I don't work out for weight loss. I don't work out for weight loss, dog. I diet for weight loss, all right? My weight loss, 90% of my weight loss comes from my diet. I barely even do cardio. Yesterday, I was bragging on a short video that I did 20 minutes on a stair stepper. That's the first and only time I've ever done that. And the only reason I did it because I did it at a slower pace. And then I paced my way up as I went. All right, I do walk and talk cardios because I don't want to run. Also, walking maintains more muscle than it actually burns more fat than running. All right, for those who don't know, let me school you some more. When you're running, you're mostly going to use the carbs that you ate. When you're walking, you're going to tap into that body fat. All right, a lot of people go keto because they want to go straight to the body fat. But guess what? Keto makes you lose a lot of water weight. Listen to the word carbohydrate. You can look this up if you want to. Every gram of carbs makes you hold on to 3 grams of water. So let's say you ate 300 grams of carbs. That has a potential of making you hold on to 900 grams of water. Triple the amount, right? So when people go keto and they lose 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds and they wonder why they can't lose more than 20 pounds on keto, it's because they didn't cut their calories. It's because they cut their carbs, and when you cut your carbs, those extra grams of water gets flushed out. You dehydrate. Carbs help you hydrate. Carbs, sodium, water. Hydration. How do I know this? Because I train like a bodybuilder. All right, I've done peak weeks. I've done everything a bodybuilder does except roids and compete. I've done everything a powerlifter does except roids. There's some natural ones, don't get me wrong, but the ones that really show out, they're juicing, just like any other sport. Basketball, football, soccer, running, swimming, all these Olympics, all these people, you know what I'm saying? Baseball. Come on, man. Just because you heard about this don't mean that ones you ain't heard about ain't do it. So I've done everything they do besides compete and juicing, gear. All right, so that's how I became an expert, bro. This is from hands-on experience. Nobody believes in that. Nobody. I'm gonna send him this video. He ain't gonna watch it. He ain't gonna watch it, man. I made a video about you, dog. No disrespect, though. You still my bro. Hey, man, we like brothers, man. We like brothers, man. Y'all, shoot. If it wasn't for y'all, shoot. I don't know where I'd be. This ain't that. That ain't this. This is just schooling you, bro, because I'm trying to help you out. Because, hey, like I say, man, the type of dieting you talk about, it's going to do more harm than good, all right? Speaking, we're about the same age. I'm probably a year older. I got a six-pack. I got a six-pack. And that six-pack did not only come from working out. That six-pack came from dieting. Calories in, calories out. Everybody has a six-pack. Well, different people got different genetics. You know, some people can't get a six-pack. Some people only have 2 bands on each side. See, the cuts in between your abs. I wish I wasn't in a car. I'm at the gas station. But the cuts in between, I had to do the video on the spot or it wouldn't have been right. So the cuts in between your abs. Should I edit and put my abs right there? The cuts in between your abs are bands, you know, in your body. And you genetically are born with how many bands you're born with. That's why some people have a 6-pack. That's why some people can only get a 4-pack. No matter how lean they can get down to 2% body fat to their dang near, you know what I'm saying? They could be risking their life body fat percentage and still not have a full 6-pack because they don't have enough bands. Some people got 8-packs, which is rare. I think it was a guy that had a 10-pack. You know what I'm saying? I know these things because I've done my studying, man. I always tell people I've done the studying and the hard work so you won't have to. My videos are like a cheat sheet. My channel is a cheat sheet. I'm there hot boxing. Not like that, though. Not the good type. I'm there hot. I'm trying to not have too much sound so y'all can hear what I'm saying. But if you've been watching this long, that means you're listening. And that means you're learning. So no, you could go vegan, and I understand it. And if you still believe that it helps you lose weight, go with that. But protein has 4 carbs per gram. I mean, dang, I messed that all up. I'm not editing that. Protein has 4 calories. Every gram of protein has 4 calories. Every gram of carb has 4 calories. Every gram of fat has 9 calories. So that's protein, carbs combined plus 1 in calories per gram. Or if you just count carbs or cutting out carbs or whatever you want to do with carbs, okay, 4, double it, 8, and plus 1. So it has one more than double. Fat has 1 more than double of calories per gram than carbs, or you could do the same thing with protein. So lowering your fats first. If you're gonna lower any macronutrient, you know, proteins, fats, carbs, the only things that have calories. Also it has calories, I know sugar, alcohol, fiber, you know, soluble, non-soluble. I know my stuff. I've already made videos about this. You know, 7 calories for sugar, alcohol, 3 to 5 for soluble and non-soluble fiber. I've made these videos, bro. I've been in the game for 10 years. I am an expert, bro. I ain't no beginner, man. You got beginners always telling people, man, hey, a hands-on experience means nothing in this world, people. It means everything, but I'm saying to most people, beginners don't want to hear that. Whatever worked for me, and whatever worked for you, worked for you. Well, if it ain't working, then stop saying that. You know what I'm saying? If you're losing weight, but you're losing strength and you're losing muscle mass, you're not losing weight right. If you're not losing weight sustainably, you're not losing weight right. If you're not picking something that you can do for the rest of your life, you're not losing weight right, bro. You never gonna eat meat again, or you gonna just diet and lose a little bit of weight and never eat. Oh my gosh. Man, I eat chips, I eat candy, I eat McDonald's sometimes, I eat trash. Things that might be unhealthy. I could tell you they unhealthy. I ain't never said it was healthy. But I still get shredded. Why? Because I know my maintenance calories. That's why. Top 10 misconceptions about weight loss. This was just a video schooling people, not just him, just schooling people who keep on coming at me with some BS. I didn't try to do this, right? I'm in Walmart one day, 2-3 years ago. And this dude, right, and I forget how much he weighed. I'm not dissing him, but he weighed probably well over 400 pounds. I'm in the candy aisle. Right, for some reason they put the candy aisle in the same aisle as the I don't know about all Walmarts, but at the one over here, they put the candy aisle right there with the vegetable aisle. He looking at vegetables, and he trying to lose weight, and I'm done losing weight, and I'm looking at candy. He looking at vegetables, and he's, no disrespect, he's out of shape, and I'm in shape, even more ripped than I am right now. I was at the end of my cut. And I was eating candy the whole cut. I'm looking at chocolate and peanut butter and Reese's and all that stuff, right? So we meet and we talk, and he's like, well, you in shape, what do you do? And I was like telling him, and then he's like, oh, I don't eat meat, I don't eat none of that. He had to preach to me. How you gonna eat something that's dead and it's supposed to make you come alive? Then I hit him with some of the things I was just saying to y'all about the protein and this and that and the third. I switched him in like 10 seconds from going vegan. He said he had been vegan like a couple months. I switched him in like 10 seconds without trying to. Just by hitting him with a few things I just hit y'all with, man. Do it if you want to do it. But remember, get your protein in. Also remember, meat does not make you fat. There's no food in the world that makes you fat. It's calories in, calories out. Here's a line. Right? This imaginary line right here in the middle. This is your maintenance calories. Anything above it is a surplus. Anything below it is a deficit. Y'all heard that before. Caloric deficit. What does that mean? That means eating less calories than it takes for you to maintain the weight you're at right now. Right? The problem is people will go way under there and they starve. You're not going to let yourself starve too much. There's a gas station right here. You got food in your refrigerator. You got cupboards. You got fast food on every corner. You got everything. You got all these holidays. You're not going to let yourself starve. So at the end of the day, a lot of people go down here and willpower is like a rubber band. You stretch it, and it's going to break and pop. It's going to go the opposite way, way more. You're going to be down here and it's going to go way up here. That's why people gain weight on the weight loss journey. There's two things that make people gain weight. Two things that make people fail their diets, right? Two things, all right? Number one is hunger. And number two is cravings. So you cut out all your favorite foods. Let's say you cut out potato chips. You're never going to eat potato chips again? Okay, the problem is you're still going to eat potato chips. You're going to break. You're going to crack. The willpower is going to break. Listen, you're going to break. You're going to crack. The willpower is going to break. It doesn't matter if you got the strongest willpower in the world. I got strong willpower, but I don't rely on it because I know it's a mistake. All right? If you have weak willpower, definitely don't rely on willpower. But I don't even rely on willpower, right? I lost 130 pounds, not by willpower. It's by allowing myself to have some of my favorite things in moderation, in true moderation. A lot of people say moderation and they just start eating. Oh, this is in moderation. Is it? What does moderation mean? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you what it don't mean. It don't mean you can eat whatever you want and magically say moderation. If you're going above your maintenance calories because you're eating certain amount of foods or certain types of food, then it's not in moderation. You're in a surplus. You're gonna gain weight. All right. So I teach all this. All right. I got videos, epic cheat days, of what to do after a cheat day, what to do before a cheat day, what to do cheat meals versus cheat day. I got all that. I got videos where I show y'all my meals, volume meals, things like that. Scroll through my channel. If you're watching this long, scroll through my channel. You owe yourself that. All right? If you want success, scroll through my channel. Stop listening to people who don't got no results. Stop. I don't care who they are. I don't care if it's your friend, family, your loved one, whoever. I don't care if it's your mom, your dad, your husband, your wife, your grandma. If you're trying to get a six-pack and they ain't got one, then they ain't the person you should listen to. If you're trying to lift heavier weights and you listen to somebody who don't lift heavy weights, they're not the person to listen to. You're trying to make money and that person you ain't got no money, then they're not the person you're listening to, right? If you're trying to play basketball and you got Michael Jordan and then you got me, who you gonna listen to? You better listen to Michael Jordan. I can play, but you better listen to Michael Jordan. Make sense of it. Make it make sense, all right? So if you listening to somebody trying to get money, you got whoever the heck, Elon Musk, and you got dang some guy who got less money than you, then please, who you gonna listen to? Who you gonna listen to? That's all I gotta say, man. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Do what you wanna do. Scroll through my channel, check out my before and after, check out, am I actually lying? Am I telling the truth? Did I get results? Or I got different things, different, how am I gonna say it? I got ways opposite of the ways I do it that also work. I teach people how to teach themselves. I just want to get you on that track. You got to find your own way. I just want to get you in the ballpark. I just want you to find your maintenance catalyst. I want you to understand that it's more about math than it is about science. I want you to get out of the mindset of arguing down knowledge. I want you to get out of the mindset of ignoring when somebody trying to tell you something, especially if you're a beginner. If you are a beginner, you might be saying things or you heard something that sound good, but no matter how good your guess is, you're still guessing. And we all guess. But at least when I guess, it's an educated guess, because I've been doing this. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. You need to get that. You see these hands? You need to get your hands on whatever you're trying to do and get that hands-on experience. All right? Stop talking about telling me how to lift weights. You don't even lift. Be people in the gym all the time. All they do is talk. They sit there and talk, and then they judge other people. And they ain't doing nothing. And they wonder why they look the same the next year. Because you got, some people be having a good plan. But what's a good plan without action? It's just a daydream. Food for thought, spoon and fork, but y'all about to do the dishes.